Hi, I'm Patricia with Buzz and Bark, and today we are going to do a Reiki session, and also I'm going to do the Ho'oponopono prayer because this session is going to be for forgiveness of all different kinds, although really ultimately there's only one forgiveness. But before I do this, remember to like, share, and comment. And you can also make a donation if you want. You don't need to, but if you like these videos, I think the more important thing is to share it, and to get more people to subscribe to this channel would be really nice. Okay, so I've got some sound healing things here. I have my plant that I got in Pittsburgh back in 2024. It wants some Reiki today, so I'm going to use this plant as a surrogate. Normally I use a stuffed animal or myself as a surrogate, but I'm going to actually beam Reiki into this plant, and then it's going to send it out to you. And look, it's got some new growth in there. The really interesting story behind this plant is, I'll just keep it up here. I got this and another plant around the same time. The other plant was, I think they're called a pontus, whatever. It's a vine plant. And when I was on a road trip coming back to Washington State, the other one fell, they both fell out of a car. And this one survived and the other one didn't. And because I had the two plants next to each other on a windowsill, this one became very attached to the other plant, and I had to actually throw the other plant away in Minnesota because it was just dying and it was getting diseases and things. So when I got to Washington State, this plant started dying. Like it was, and I looked into I tuned into it, and it was actually depressed because the other plant was gone. So then around Christmas of 2024, my sister bought this tree for my mom, like an indoor tree. It's from Norway. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, I put it next to this plant, and they both bonded with each other immediately. And then the other thing I did was I did Reiki for the plants, and I did sound healing for them. And then I put some crystals around them. And then this plant actually bounded back. But then I realized, like, if I took the tree and put it in another place and then left this plant alone, it started dying again. So now it's bonded with the tree, and so I need to keep them together. So it kind of taught me about plants and how they do bond with other plants, just like we can bond with other people. They do have emotions, but not emotions like we have them. They're not like they don't have brains, so they don't have mental emotions. They have a vibration, which I translate into emotions, or we can translate into emotions. But it actually is feeling a frequency. It's feeling the pure frequency of an emotion, whereas we have the frequency and then it goes through our brain and it turns into a whole story and a narrative and all of that. Whereas with plants, it doesn't do that. But I found that the plants, there's certain pairing that if I move plants around, they actually like to be next to other plants, and they do much better when they're paired with the right plant. Even though they're not in a garden, they're just, in pots in a house. And they do enjoy frequencies, so they enjoy the sound healing, the singing, the talking, and obviously all the regular stuff you need to do, like fertilize and water and all the rest of that. So anyways, we're going to be using this plant for the Reiki today. And I might not have it in the video because it's hard to I don't know where I can put it, where I can beam it, or I might just wrap my hands around it. Not sure how we're going to do that. But before I do that, let's clear the space. This is from Light Blossoms Clearing Space. I got this in Port Townsend, probably over 6 years ago. And I'm going to call in the angels, and I'm going to do it with the angel tuning forks. And I'm going to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Sandalphon to hold the 6 directions around the Reiki space. And I'm also calling in Saint Germain and the Violet Flame. And I was just doing a lot of you are here from the Archangel Raphael community with Kelly Kolodny. And I've been doing the 7 flames. And so I just did the gold and purple one this morning, and you'll know what that means if you had done that. And so I am feeling the violet flame really strong. I've got amethyst and quartz on, and I'm going to pull in the angels now with these forks. And I'm running them through the 6 directions. And there are massive birds flying outside the window right now, which is a good sign. It means the energy's clean. And these are, so we've got 4,096 hertz, have 4,160 hertz, and then 4,225 hertz, which is really high. Your animals are probably leaving the room right now. I apologize. Although the cats might like it. The dogs probably won't. Now I'm going to do the magenta healer. This is from the Flower Essence, which I think this is Flower Essence. I can't remember which company. I think this is FES, Flower Essence Society. And the magenta healer, self-healing, and physical vitality. We're going to do this for your pets and yourself. So gather around with your pets. If you would like the healing, then don't cross your arms or legs, and sit comfortably with your spine straight, or if you're laying down, then your spine is straight. So you're not curled up or anything, you're just laying on your back. Your animals need to come in and out of the space, so if you have a door closed, you might want to leave it open a little so they can come in and out, if that's possible. Make sure that you've got a glass of water, purified water for yourself, and also purified water if you have it for your pets. They're going to need to stay hydrated throughout the day, and so will you. It's very important. I have flute. I have the rose quartz, which is, this is the unconditional love. And speaking of unconditional love, I got a message this morning that I believe comes from the animal kingdom, and it is about dogs. So we all start out as souls, and we can come in whatever physical body we want to come in, and sometimes there's a really strong bond between souls, and one of the souls wants to give and receive unconditional love, and so they will come to the earth in the body of a dog, because dogs are known for unconditional love and loyalty. And not that other animals can't do that, but dogs are like the purest form of the unconditional love. So even though humans think that they're the top of the evolution and all the rest of that, dogs are the pure form. They're angelic. Even you'll say, no, my dog's not angelic, my dog growls and digs up the yard and does all these things, but their souls are pure. It's just like our souls are pure. But because we're in this human body and there's all these sensations around us, and we have 6 senses or 5 senses that we normally use, we want to experience the physical world, the material world, and so we forget that we have these pure souls. And so the rose quartz is here to remind us of that unconditional love that we have within us. Okay, so I've got this one for protection. This is Tiger's Eye Hematite. You can't really, I guess, got a little bit of a flash on it. And I am going to turn this, if I can reach it, I'm going to turn the sound machine down, because it's driving me crazy. Okay, and then this is Lemurian quartz, which actually was being charged with that violet flame this morning. I had it next to a crystal glass. It was made out of real crystal. And so I'm going to be using that. And then I've got the Koshi Chime, only one today, and it's the water, because I'm going to be working with the conduit of water. And then I've got Solfeggios, but I'm going to only be using 3 of them. I'm going to use 369 963 and 639. I like to work with the sequences, and there's actually 3 sequences because there's 12. Wait, no, there's 9 forks, 3 sequences, and the reason why I'm working with those is because we are going to be working with the frequency of forgiveness. And that's why I'm going to be bringing in the Ho'oponopono prayer and Reiki. And the chakras we're going to be working on, we're going to clear all of them. But the main one we're going to be working on is the heart. And then we're going to work on the crown, and we're going to work on the third eye and the throat. So pretty much from here to here, but we're also going to begin with breathing. So we're going to do like our breathing where we do 4 in, hold for 4, 6 out, or whatever amount you want to do, but you want the exhale to be longer than the inhale, and you want to be able to hold it at the top. So you want to breathe from your belly, so your belly will rise, and then you're going to hold it. You can count 4, 6, 8, whatever you want, but make sure that your exhale is longer, and then you completely exhale out all the air. And while you're doing this, I want you to inhale light. So bring in whatever color light you want, hold that in your body, and then when you release that light, it's going to remove everything that is not serving your highest good. And we can do, I'm hearing 4 of these. We're going to do 4 cycles of breath. And then I'm going to do these tuning forks. And then I think we're going to do some Reiki, and then maybe some more sound after that with the crystals. Or the Reiki will actually have the crystals. And then I'll be doing some sound after that. I may be doing some talking, but not so much. I'm definitely not going to do a discussion this time. We're just going to do this forgiveness. And we all know what forgiveness is, right? So whatever resentment you're holding in your body. Okay, so we're going to do the breath cycles for 4. And then when I bring in the tuning forks, I want you to tune into your body and ask your body where it's holding any kind of resentment, right? Because we're going to release that resentment. And also use your body as a surrogate and ask your body where your animals, like your pets, say you have, hopefully you only have one with you, otherwise it's going to be kind of a lot of work for you, or you can do this later in the day if you want. When you're done doing the breathing and you're asking, where am I holding this resentment? Because once you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to clear it with 369. We're going to release guilt and resentment and all those more those emotions that prevent us from being able to forgive. We're going to do 396, which is, I think, the forgiveness fork myself. And then 639 is harmony in relationships, and it's just peace and harmony. And then 963 is hearing the voice of God. So that's why I'm using these 3 forks. But let's start with the breath first. And again, I want you to visualize whatever color light you want. Okay, so you're going to see it like floating around you, and you're going to breathe it in, and then you're going to hold it. And then that light is going to be like these molecules or like these little magnetic things that are going to pull like all this energy that you don't want, and that's not serving your highest good. It's going to pull it out. It's going to take it up to the source, and then unconditional love is going to pour in and replace where it's been. And then again, I want you to, when we're done with that, when I'm doing the forks, I want you to ask your body which part of your body is holding that resentment, right? And then we're going to do which part of the body is holding judgment. And we're going to do like 5 different things. And I'm going to be using this fork, and it's going to help us release it, right? And then we also have that ball of light around us. Each of us has a ball of light, and your animals, everybody has balls of lights around them. That light is going to pull everything out that is not serving your highest good, and then it's going to evaporate it into the flame, the violet flame that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so let's do our 4 breaths. I'm going to do some of this spray again. The magenta healer. Okay. Okay, here we go. Breath number 1. Two. 3. If I can do it. 'And also on that, when you're exhaling and you've left all the air out, you can hold it a little bit on the bottom before you take your next inhale. And 4. And you can take one more breath if you want after that. Okay, so now the first one we're going to work with is resentment. And I want you to do 2 things. If you don't have any pets, and you only have to do one thing, and that is, where am I holding resentment in my body? And then go inward. And the first place that comes up is what you go with. Don't let your brain start coming in and telling you all kinds of things and giving you stories and all the rest of that. Just go with the first sensation that you have. It may be a ping, it may be an itch, it may be a tingle, it could be a vibration, or it could be a little bit of like a subtle pain or something. I don't like the word pain. But that's where you're holding it, right? And then I want you to beam some light onto that while I strike the, oops, wrong fork, 396 fork. So here we go. It might even be several places. And then the second part is, where is your pet holding resentment? Because you're going to act as the surrogate, although the animal will do it as well because they can do it telepathically. I'm doing this counterclockwise because we're releasing. I'm hearing a little bit of discordant, which is good. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do, where are you holding guilt? Okay, because we're going to do 5 things. Again, we just did resentment, and the next one is going to be guilt. Same thing. Ask your body, first thing that comes up, that's where it is. And then you can also do it for your pet or pets. Although I would just do one pet and then have them be the surrogate for the other pets. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Okay, so let's release it. Man, I'm holding it right here. Okay, here we go. Oops. this one's pretty heavy. Okay, the next one is shame. Actually, it was going to be judgment, but shame just came out of my mouth. Okay, so we'll do shame as the third one. So where in your body, when you say shame and you tune into your body, the first thing that comes up. And then I also want you to do it for one of your animals if you have more than one. And then let that animal be the surrogate for the other animals. And that will all figure itself out. Okay, because now we're going to release that from that part of your body. And don't worry, we're going to be adding some unconditional love and some harmony in a minute. So it might feel really uncomfortable right now. Okay, so where are you holding the shame? You might even hear it as words. You might not feel it as a sensation. You might just hear the word. So you might hear something, right eye, left foot, something like that. So whatever comes up, trust that that's right, and let's clear it. We're clearing shame. And that car that's driving by is going to get the clearing. Man, there's a dog who's really feeling this. Because I'm seeing a sort of a black and tan dog with long fur, tail caught between the legs. Kind of the whale eye. We're helping this dog out. Okay. And he's got it in his left hip. Okay, so the next one is going to be judgment. So where in your body, when you say judgment and you tune in, where do you feel it? And then for your animal, where do you feel it for your animal? Okay, we're going to release that. And we're also releasing it from the root chakra for everybody. And the heart. For everybody. That was really heavy. Okay, the last one, the fifth one, is going to be blame. So where in your body do you feel blame somatically? Like you can feel it, hear it. Again, it could come out as words. You could visualize it. Depend whatever sense it comes out. And then also be the surrogate for your animal. And then we're going to clear it. I'm also bringing in the violet flame to burn it away and to transmute it. And now we're releasing all five. whatever residuals left. And I'm going to replace it with peace and harmony with these 639 fork. We're going to do this 3 strikes. And I'm going to go clockwise because we're bringing in the energy rather than releasing it. Again, peace and harmony for our hearts and for all of us. And you don't need to, you can visualize whatever you want for this. Although I like the waterfall or light fall, you know, kind of going over the bodies and kind of clearing away. And then bringing in, actually bringing in the waterfall, bringing in the energies that you want. And all those dogs walking by are getting this peace and harmony. Here comes the postal service. Hopefully he doesn't ring the doorbell. Oh, no, there he goes. Well, he's getting peace and harmony. May he be peaceful, happy, and well, and safe and protected, loved and connected, and free from all suffering. And all the dogs that are barking. Oh my God. Somebody just pulled that right out of my hand. Something doesn't want peace and harmony. Okay. So now we are bringing in the connection to the God source. And we're immersing ourselves in this energy. I'm not going to do the clock. We're just going to leave it like this. So let's do the Ho'oponopono prayer. Most of us know that by now. If you don't, then you can just go along with it because it's pretty easy. It's just, forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. Now, you've probably heard different versions of it because they can be, sometimes it starts with thank you, sometimes it starts with I love you, it can start with anything, but it's those 4 phrases. And the order I'm going to do is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And we're going to do it 10 times. And then I'm going to end with some chimes, and then we're going to do the Reiki part. Or I'm going to do the Reiki part, and if you want, you can receive it. Again, keep your arms and legs uncrossed if you would like to receive that, because a lot of times we're sitting and we cross our legs and basically cut off the universal life force. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And the animals can join in telepathically. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Last one. Sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. And it's Ho'oponopono, 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 Ho'oponopono. And I'm infusing that prayer with the sound that we just did, with the tuning forks. Okay, so now we're going to bring in Mr. Plant. Actually, I think it might be a female plant, or it's not really female or male, but the energy sometimes feels masculine. Yeah, I think it is a masculine energy. Not that plants have masculine or feminine, it's just that that's the energy that I'm feeling. Okay, so I'm going to beam Reiki to the plant. It's going to be the surrogate for all of us. And remember, when we're done with the Reiki or done with this video, drink a glass of purified water and also give some water to your pet or pets or whoever's with you. Could even be other people of your family members could be receiving the Reiki as well. And everybody drink some water afterward. I'm beaming the Reiki symbols to it. It's actually thanking me. I'm beaming Reiki from my bottom hand as well. I just need something to hold the plant with. For those of you who have your third eye open, you'll be able to see some light coming off the top of this plant and meeting with my hand. And if you can't see it, that's fine. You might be able to feel it. And that is the Reiki Universal Life Force. And the Reiki only go where it's needed for highest and best. And I intend that this Reiki be used for forgiveness. And then once you feel that, then feel the compassion. I'm also sending the Reiki to all the nature that's outside the window. There's a magnolia tree, and then there's some Douglas fir, and of course grass and all the other things that are in between. And the Reiki's also going to the birds, insects, everybody out there. And the dog walking down the street. Switch hands. Okay, so the plant is also sending its own song. Well, I mean, they have songs. I just saw those videos. But it's more of a frequency that it's sending to everybody who wants to receive it. This is a very loving plant. Okay. Finally, this is for grounding, and I want you to visualize it like you're in an oak tree and you have these roots going through your body all the way down into the core of, there's a huge giant crystal in the middle of the earth, and we are grounding ourselves in that because this is pretty high level energy with the Solfeggios. I'm anchoring the hematite-tiger's eye in our root chakras. Okay. So I'm closing out this Reiki session. May the Reiki only go where it's needed for highest and best. I'm releasing all beings helping with the healing, and I'm releasing all of you. This is just me cutting cords that might have attached to me during this. And I don't know if somebody out there has it's a medium-sized dog. It's got long black hair or long black fur with some tan spots. It may be an Aussie mix of some kind or some kind of collie mix. Sending this dog some unconditional love because I feel like the dog's going through, I feel like a lot of stress coming from the dog, a lot of fear. So, and also to remember in this Reiki, as I'm sending it out or closing it, to send some to the monkey in Japan called Punch Kun, I think his name is, and also the whale that's trapped in the Baltic Sea. If he's still trapped in the Baltic Sea, his name is Timmy. So we're sending some Reiki there. We're sending Reiki to all the troubled spots on the earth, that we can have some forgiveness between people instead of being right, to have peace. And I'm going to close out with some flute. It looks like we have a delivery service coming here. So hopefully you don't hear that. Hopefully you don't ring the doorbell. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing. And have a wonderful week with you and your pet bonding. Bye for now. Oh, I gotta put the flute together here. You have these things on the flute called the block, which goes over the hole here on the top. And if it's not on there, you don't get any sound. Just gotta make sure it's right.